Hi Guy, it's time to take a return back to the NES Classic situation. Now, I did a video about this on the 10th of January. I mean, oh my god, over a month ago. So like 4 or 5 weeks have passed, and during that time, Nintendo have been they're silent. They've said very little, next to nothing. No like hint or clue of when they're going to resupply or improve it or, all that rubbish. And then a couple of days ago, a guy posts on NeoGAF, and I'll just read this out because it's a direct quote. We just got word from Nintendo, or rather their Nordic distributor, Bergsala, that the NES Classic Mini has reached its end of life and will be phased out. According to them, production has ended and we will be receiving a few more shipments before everything dries up. By our estimates, we, as a single retailer, might not be able to fulfill all orders that have been placed so far. Our last shipment should arrive in April or May, and after that there won't be any more. I've heard from other retailers that they've received the same information. Some of them are emailing customers to tell them that their order might be cancelled. End of quote. Now, first of all, that is appalling if it's true. I mean, the amount of time they've had to reproduce this sold out in November when it was launched. I mean, it's now February, and we're still in a situation where they haven't been restocking to an acceptable level. The number of trolls on eBay has gone out of control. 200 to 1,500 quid sell. It's just nuts. The amount of money these things are just being sold for. Now, the only good relief about this statement was that another site called Tech Radar, which I've been looking at, they chased up Nintendo Europe to basically say, is this true? What the hell's going on? And basically Nintendo replied, production for the Nintendo Classic Mini NES continues, and NOE will continue to ship units to retail on a regular basis, said a Nintendo UK rep. On top of that, they've also, Reggie came out in a statement recently, just a few days ago, basically saying to investors that they are going to up the amount of production for the NES Classic Mini, and hopefully that means it'll be back in stores soon. But there's been no further details beyond, we're not quitting, we're not giving up on the market, we are going to do some more. But this just comes back to the whole Nintendo, how they treat the customers, because it is appalling behaviour. I mean, I said this in the last video. I'll post a link in the card if you've not seen it yet. But so they're treating the customers like dirt. There's no excuse for this sort of behaviour. There's been talks online that I've seen. They could have sold around about 3 million, I think, in pre-orders that have been made. They've not met all of them. I think they maybe met about 1 million before Christmas. So they seem to release the odd bit of stock along the way since Xmas, but no exact figures have come on that. But again, it's that attitude of just, people will wait, people don't care. Let's just we won't say anything, we'll leave it. It's only when all these rumours start up and then it starts getting a bit annoying and people are kicking off and complaining, and then they come out with like a dead simple statement and saying, oh no, we are still shipping them. Then ship them. And I'm like, they're gearing up because they've got the Nintendo Switch on the way. But it adds a very worrying precedent, because it's like, are you going to struggle with Switch orders as well? Because Switch is a proper console. You're going to have a lot more orders on that. Are you actually going to be able to keep it up? Very worrying times for us, really. I mean, the NES Classic as a whole, it's not for collectors, really. It's just meant for you. I think your normal person on the street who will just plug it in, HDMI TV, play the old NES game that they recognise, have a bit of a laugh with and a bit of fun. It's not really meant for the likes of us. But it's that thing, it's cheap, it's handy. It'd be nice to have if you want to add it to your collection. So, I don't know. Just sort it out, Nintendo. I'm annoyed. Everybody else is annoyed. You're not doing your reputation any good. And if this is going to be the sign of things to come with shipments on the Switch, I think we're going to have something to worry about, because that's going to be like Nintendo Wii levels of incompetence, where they were getting masses and masses and masses of orders, and it was taking month after month after month. thing is, if you're a big company like Nintendo making that sort of a production and that sort of, millions of devices for people, you need to start paying these bloody factories, and the old Chinese factories. You can't honestly tell me they can't go to more than one factory and say, can you do this? These are the blueprints. These are what we need making. Pay them, do it, get it shipped, it's out, and it's done. Problem sorted. You give a lot of customers then be happy, pleased, and so on. I mean, if they release a SNES one later on down the road, which I think they will be with the success of the sales off this so far, they need to be ready. They need to have done the preparation. But we just sit here and wait in hope that someday it will turn up. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and please look forward to another video soon.